We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-David-P. Here's an interesting observation from one of our viewers about what they see as a decline in obvious online trolls coinciding with Russian sanctions. Take a listen.
Hi, David. Is it me, or have you also noticed a lot less, if not almost a complete halt of these so-called all-American or right-wing trolls that used to plague social media and, to be honest, the internet in general? Well, everywhere I've been going, whether it's Reddit, Facebook, or YouTube, etc., I'm noticing less and less of these online trolls. Suspiciously, it seems to me that they correlate with the sanctions against Russia. Do you think this could be a coincidence? Do you think these are paid actors? We know for a fact that a lot of these are paid actors. I just thought I'd like to know your take on that, and if you've noticed that, or some of your viewers have noticed that as well.
So interestingly enough, I have noticed that, how can I even explain this? When you do what I do, you start to get a sense when you take a 30,000 foot view of the replies that I get on Twitter and the YouTube comments and the Reddit posts. You start to get a very top level view of sort of like what's the theme. And it is very much true that what was previously overwhelmingly this kind of like nationalistic, pro-American, anti-communist sort of propaganda that sometimes is associated with Russian troll farms like the Internet Research Agency and others. That stuff does seem to have declined a little bit. And instead what we're seeing is very similar type of activity, like brand new accounts that only post to our subreddit, or brand new accounts that are leaving almost identical, different accounts leaving almost identical pro-Putin messages on our YouTube channel. There seems to have been a shift from some of that hard right, all-American nationalist trolling to kind of like pro-Putin, pro-Russia trolling that spreads disinformation about Ukraine and insists Ukraine is filled with Nazis and kind of furthering that stuff. I would be lying if I said I didn't notice it. That being said, I want to be really careful because there also could be sort of like an availability bias of sorts where we're covering Russia, Ukraine more. So it may just be that I'm looking at more comments related to that part of the world. And so I'm noticing them more. But I would be lying if I said I didn't notice the exact same thing the caller is saying. So if there were truth to it, if we could empirically show the American nationalist trolling is down and the pro-Putin trolling is up, it's theoretically possible that this is just a shift in the priorities of these Russian troll farms, which are very sophisticated, quite frankly, and they're just kind of shifting their message. That's totally plausible. It also could be that all of us are just paying attention more to Russia and Ukraine. And so if you're watching 10 Russia-Ukraine videos a week instead of none, and then you look at the comments, you're going to notice a lot more pro-Putin propaganda naturally than the hard right American stuff, because that's just the subject matter of the videos you're looking at. So I think what the caller is saying is interesting. We'd have to study it empirically, and that's not something that I've done. But I'm curious to hear whether people in the audience are seeing the same thing. On today's bonus show, calls for the United States to ban Russian oil are gaining momentum, despite concerns about it accelerating inflation even more. We will also talk, as we have spoken before, about the reality that not every military conflict or invasion or war gets the same media coverage. We'll talk about why, and we'll talk about the consequences of that. And lastly, high schools could lose AP classes, advanced placement classes, if they ban so-called required topics from being taught. And we're going to talk about what those topics are and much more. I will reminisce about my AP econ class that I took in high school, which first got me interested in economics and led to me doing economics at the undergraduate and graduate level in college. AP really had a big impact on me, and losing those classes would be a very, very bad thing. You can get access to the bonus show instantly by signing up at joinpacman.com. I will see you then.